Well, there was a delay for you. What's up? What's going on? All right, hold on. Everything's a little bit in chaos in here right now, but that's all right. What's going on, my friends? How you doing? How you doing? Let me grab the live stream link and share that in the Discord, and then we will commence the live stream where, I mean, we're going to talk about whatever, but some of that whatever is going to be me complaining about some Voyager and then maybe talking about some comic book action as well. All right, hold on. I mean, I'm liking Voyager, but it's more fun to talk about the stuff that's been sticking out to me because it has been sticking out. Okay, there we go. That's good. That's good. And switch over the chat. That's good too. Perfect. What up, Clayton, Jess, Ang, Praddock, Garley, Art, Big Bone, Kenzuki, Potts. Who else we got in here? Jess, Scroll Keeper, Millmaster, Sandro, Error, Shelton, DeVoe, Gerthulu. What's up? What's going on, my friends? I got a fresh root beer ready to go. It's Wednesday night. It's been a pretty chill day so far. And yeah, just time to ramble about some media, honestly, because that's the vibe for tonight. What up, Zer? How you doing? You know what, bro? It's funny because your name's Zer the Enchanter after Magic cards, but also we're in this weird time in human history, this brief blip in human history where people are like, excuse me, don't call me sir, call me Zer. And it's like, yeah, what? So, it's funny that saying the name of a magic card, a magic character from 30 years ago, is now the equivalent of some ridiculous new era nonsense. Millmaster, you're living that granddaddy life. You're going to be an actual grandfather. Have fun with that. Jess, the straw's not green. You can see it. Yeah, it exists today. Enjoy it. Enjoy it in all its splendor. What up, Peterson? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Deliciousness. Your bones hurt like a grandfather? I feel you on that, bro. I feel you on that. My bones is all messed up. My bones is all messed up. So, like Voyager. You guys know what I'm talking about? Star Trek Voyager. I like that show. I've been digging it, right? Carly didn't really have any interest in it at first, but then after one particular episode, she's just kind of standing there in front of the TV screen staring at it, like right into it. So she's been watching it with me. Most of it's pretty good, but I feel like I got robbed. I feel like I got robbed because they had this episode, right? And like my favorite character is the holographic doctor. Like by far, right? He's legit the reason I got back into watching Voyager in the first place was I saw some meme that had him in it. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that doctor from Voyager and thinking he's fun, man, you know? And I was feeling like some sci-fi. So I figured, yo, we'll get in on the Voyager. What up, JJ? So we get into it and I'm like vibing on it at first. And there's one episode at the beginning, like in the first handful of episodes, where like Janeway seems like she's on drugs. And Chakotay's like, check it out, bro. I got a spirit animal. And it's like, what? What? Like, you're on a space? Okay, you got a spirit animal? Yeah, check it out. I've got like a piece of animal fur that I keep stuff in. But don't worry, here's how we Star Trek it. Instead of the drugs that you use for shamans and stuff, we've got like a little we've got a little technological spiritual journey device that'll show your spiritual animal. And I'm just like, my eyes are going to roll all the way out of my head. They're going to just spin and auger out the back of my skull, bro. So, yeah, that episode was kind of rough, but like I didn't feel robbed because the episode had started telegraphing right away that it was stupid, where I was like, okay, Janeway seems weird. Spirit animals? Oh, you're losing me, bro. You're losing me. I'm here for the doctor and other crazy space adventures. JJ, we're living in a simulation. Well, you know what, buddy? That's all you ever get on potato chips. If you ever get ketchup potato chips, that's just simulated flavor. But it tastes good, doesn't it? So if simulated flavors taste good and we're simulated, then put me in your mouth, JJ. All right? Exist. Shut up. Enjoy your life. Shut up with your existential crisis nonsense. All right? All right? Simulate a sense of dignity. How about that? How about that? So, delicious. So, I've started to call the Chakotay, right? I call him Jacoby. You know, that's just what I call him. I don't remember exactly how I got around to his name being Jacoby because I called him a whole bunch of stuff and it just kind of morphed into Jacoby, but that's just what I yell now at the screen. Jacoby, no! No more dumb spirit nonsense. But anyways, that's not where I got robbed. That's just an indicator you want to watch the episode. Where I got robbed was this one episode starts out, and like the doctor has a cool progression, right? He does. Millmaster, it makes sense that I'm your spirit animal, bro. You're on a spirit journey. Slide drugs into your system. That's how you do it. So, so the one episode starts with the doctor, and he's just like on the ship, and he's had a cool progression so far, where he's just an emergency medical hologram who has way more work thrust upon him than he's ready for, and they somewhat humanize him step by step, and there's a lot of fun to that. So overall, I really dig the vibe of the doctor character. He's one of the most fun to follow along with, right? So we start out and like he's just been activated, and it's like, why is the program activated? He shows up and he's like, okay, who needs help? And then there's nobody there, and he's like, what's the deal? Why have I been activated if nobody's here? And then the ship's basically like, guess what, buddy? Red alert, dickhead. And he's all like, what? And it's like, yeah, there's nobody on the ship, son. It's like, well, oh, what? Okay. And so you're just like, whoa, this is going to be really cool. This is going to be really cool. It's going to turn out that like, hey, he's like got to figure out how to save all the people, and they abandoned ship because it's a red alert, or he's got to figure out what he's got to do, but he's also limited to the area that he's stuck in because he's a hologram who can't leave the little sick bay area. So it's like, all right, cool, there's some tension there. Like, what are you going to do? You're limited in your capacity. Or you're going to solve things using the computer and diagnosing the ship and stuff. And then it turns out that it's like, oh, well, actually, no, guy. It was just some sensors on there that were damaged. But then, nope, actually, guess what? The whole thing was just something that happened in the holodeck. And it's just like, oh, yeah, sorry, there was like a electro fart or something when you were in the holodeck doing your hoopity joop. And so then it gambledy-gormped. And that's all done now. It's all done. So like the whole episode is just, you need to blow up the warp core to get out of this dream, doctor. It's not real, and you're real, but it's not real, but it's fake, but it's real, but blow up. And you're just like, the whole time you just go, none of this matters. None of this matters. Because none of this has any relevance on anything. He's a hologram inside of a hologram. None of it has any relevance on anything. I hate episodes like that. I hate episodes where it's just like, it's the holodeck. Nothing of relevance will happen at all. Nothing will change. It doesn't push the story forward. It doesn't change anything. It's just, you went into the holodeck for vacation. It's like, why would a hologram go into a holodeck for vacation? It's a computer program. Wouldn't shutting it off be how it rests? Wouldn't that be how you give it a vacation? Not go force it to process more data inside of another program? It's dumb. So that's dumb. So I felt robbed of a good episode, and it turned into a dumb episode. And we just watched another dumb episode today where Jacoby is a space Indian, apparently. He was just an Indian up until now. But now he's a fucking space Indian because aliens came to Earth and they cut down trees and stuff, but it's okay because they drew pictures in the dirt of swirls and shit and went Shamsta. And I'm just like, you fucking, like, how does this work, man? We respect nature. We destroy it, but we write shit on it. It's like, so if I'm just like beating somebody up, but then I like carve swirls into them, I'm like, I'm respecting you, bro. I respect your spirit. It's absurd, stupid nonsense. And you just go, what is this dumb crap? And the whole episode, like, Chakotay is like, he's like the son of this like Indian chief guy or something who took him out into the fucking Amazon or something and took him to the rubber people and was like, check it out, these are the rubber people. Everybody put down their weapons. And then he just stood there like open armed. And then the rubber people showed up and were just like, cool, we can be friends. And they started to like open people's shirts. And so then they find like, Chakotay finds a building that looks the same, like 70,000 light years away. And he's like, I want them to talk to me. So he just goes and takes all his clothes off and stands in the middle of the building. They didn't do any of that. Nobody got naked, but he just gets naked and he stands there and it's like, come talk to me. Who's going to do that, you weird fucking pervert? And then he just finds a jumpsuit laying around on the ground and he just picks it up and puts it on. Like, who knows whose diseased jumper that was? But like legit, he just put it on. He just found like a jumpsuit and put it on. Millmaster, yeah, the noble savage. That's the way they were going with it. What up, Al? How's it going, buddy? So yeah, man, him being like descended from a space Indian is stupid. And I swear his tattoos changed. I swear his tattoos have changed, man. Like, I feel like in earlier seasons, his tattoos were like straight lines. And then, like, in this episode, they're all like this. And it turns out it's because they all have that on their face. Even the aliens with butt head ridges, where you can't really see the tattoo properly on here, have like feathers tattooed on their head. When I realized it was supposed to be a feather thing, I went, oh, wow. Like, I didn't realize how hard you guys were leaning into it, Star Trek guys. Little on the nose, isn't it? Little on the nose to go, this guy's an Indian. Tattoo fucking feathers on his face. It's like, oh, tone it down a notch, boys. But, yeah, whatever, right? It's fucking lame. That's the problem. What they're doing is so boring. Spirit animal, mumbo jumbo fucking bullshit. I don't need it. Peterson, watch the old 80s movie Inner Space with Dennis Quaid and Martin Short. It has the doctor acting like a rough and tough cowboy. I remember Inner Space because Buddy's all shrunk down and he's inside the lady's boobs and he was all excited about it. What up, Minka? Big Bone, do I remember Birds of Paradise? That they did 7th edition foils? Yeah, I know Bird of Paradise, man. It was in the original set. It's been in the game since the beginning. Beetle Wizards ruined your life again. They won't let you date the boy you want to date. I get it. Oh, they destroyed magic and it makes you angry. Dun dun dun. Time to write an angry letter. An angry letter. Full on paper to show them you mean business, bro. We're gonna show them. I got some magic news on a page here for a video tomorrow. We got some magical news coming along. But tonight I'm more interested in complaining about Voyager space Indians, dumb nonsense where Chakotay gets butt naked and just stands there in the middle. He just stands there like that. Nobody did that, bro. Nobody did that. You saw them like he saw on Earth. He saw the Earth version of the rubber people just like unbutton their shirts and stuff. And he took that to get naked, spin around and go, hey, come talk to me. Hey, come talk to me. It's so strange. And then the guy who's talking to them, he's like, we left Earth because we heard all the human versions were dead or something because of the spoilers of nature. And then Chakotay's all like, not no more, but it was like that. And they were all like, how can you be one of these guys? We don't believe it. But then they just instantly are just like, okay, we do actually believe it. Let us tell you your history about this fucking guy in the snow and shit. And oh, guess what, actually? We showed up to Earth and we found people who couldn't even speak. And then we took them and we changed them. And then they could speak and stuff. And that's where you come from. That's where you come from. But humans suck dick, bro. And then it's like, but wait, man, you just like, you said you liked these guys. These were your chosen inheritors. And then, but you're all like, yeah, fuck humans. But this is not one of those. This is one of the descendants of your chosen people, you ridge-headed dick. This doesn't even make any sense. Doesn't even make any sense. Big Bone 7th edition foils are fairly rare. That's correct. That's correct. I mean, they're not as rare as like Alpha Birds or whatever, but absolutely. The 7th edition foils have like a huge premium. Let's go back and live like cavemen. It's better for humanity. It is stupid. It's dumb. It is. It's like, yo, let's go back to living in primitive caves. Are you fucking high? We have medicine and shit. And even when Jacoby steals that jumpsuit and goes into a cave, he starts saying, talk to me. And the fucking lights come on. The lights come on, man. Just like zork, zork. And it's like, what is this? What is this? It doesn't make any sense. Sheldon, have I seen the Voyager episode Threshold yet? No, I don't think so. The name doesn't sound familiar. Spiffin, chosen people? Fucking Jacoby's a chosen person. You draw some feathers on your head and you're a fucking space Indian. What's hard to understand? The space Indians are the chosen people, bro. You go into the fucking woods and then you say something to them and then you fucking strip naked and steal their fucking clothes, bro. That's the life of Jacoby. He's fucking useless, man. He's useless. There's the one episode where there are these fucking dead bodies and like somebody wants to scan the dead bodies. It was probably Tupac. I think Tupac wanted to scan the bodies, but Jacoby's all like, no, man, that's bullshit. No, spiritual stuff or whatever. And then they don't scan the bodies. And like the whole episode, a bunch of shit happens and all of it would have been solved if they just scanned the bodies. Like, that's all you had to fucking do? Let's go back to bartering with chickens for medical care. Oh. Oh, Jacoby. Oh, Jacoby. Yeah, Tupac, you know, the fucking Black Vulcan guy. He uses logic. Yeah, I don't call people by their fucking actual names on the show most of the time, right? So you got you got Chakotay, who's Jacoby. You got Tuvok, who's Tupac. This is what I do when I'm watching the show with Carly. I yell stuff at the show. Tupac, no, shut up. I'm trying to find the intersection between being a Vulcan and being autistic because I feel like there's some fucking overlap in that shit. Kenny, I don't know, man. Things are always changing, bro. They're always changing. Millmaster, that's it. You live in harmony with nature. It's like, I love that. We live in harmony with nature. What does it mean? We take stuff, but we respect the land. Well, what does that mean? We say the land can't fucking hear you, okay? Especially in the grand scope of interspace. Like, we're 70 million light years out into whatever fucking quadrant or whatever. and there's like planets fucking everywhere. But yeah, your special connection to your rock lump really fucking means something. We talk to the earth. I piss my gratitude into your mouth, oh sacred earth. I fucking burned your trees. And then, but it's sorry I did it. I wrote a sorry note. Sorry, Earth. Spiritually, we're okay, right? It's fucking dumb. It's fucking dumb. Jess, you missed out on trick-or-treating. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Trick-or-treating's good times. It's good times. Delicious. Hey, what up, Nishimoto? You are indeed first. You're the lord of the board, big boy. You're one of the fucking chosen people. You're a fucking space Indian. Take your fucking clothes off and go and find a pair of fucking jumpsuits that's laying around, bro. And we're gonna get you all hooked up. That shit was dumb. That shit was dumb, bro. Error, they were going to kill off Ensign Kim, but he got named as sexiest man for something, so they kept him and got rid of someone else. Well, you gotta be lying. You gotta be lying. I mean, if it turns out you're not lying, I'm gonna be amazed, bro. That guy was named as sexiest man for something. Sexiest man for what? Passive lumps? That guy does like nothing on the show. Carly thinks of him as the damsel in distress on that show. That guy is sexy? Okay, I guess. Sure. Why not? I don't see it. I don't see it. When I look at him, I don't even think I don't think like, sometimes when you look at like a dude, you're like, that dude is like, that's a fucking good looking dude. You just know it, right? You're like, okay, yeah, I see it. You got like fucking Brad Pitt or something where you're like, yeah, okay. I see it immediately. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't get why chicks like a particular dude and think he's attractive. Because it's like, what the fuck is it about this guy? But then other guys, it's like, yeah, look at their features. It's like blatant, right? The fucking dude won the genetic lottery. He's right up at the fucking top. He's right up at the top. But with that guy, I would classify him as like slightly above average looking overall. You know what I mean? Like harmless. Like, he's got that kind of face where he makes you think that he won't force himself on you, but then he does. Do you know what I mean? Connor, I'm ready for Endless Universes Beyond. I'm petitioning Wizards of the Coast to make a Voyager Universes Beyond. So I can have a Captain Janeway card and I can butter it up and slide it down my pants and go, I love your old fucking school marm hair. Beat my dick like it owes you money, lady. Error, all right, man. I believe you. I believe you. I gave a spoiler like that to Carly by letting her know that Steve, the husband and married with children, ends up going away. So now she's all speculating. She's speculating about when he's going to be departing or not. When he's going. Well, not, because I told her that he's going. But when, under what circumstances will he be departing? So yeah, that Jacoby nature stuff is garbage. It's garbage. It's so just, You know what, man? It's the same sort of manufactured corporate kind of nonsense, but at least it feels like they're trying. Like they're just trying to make stories and stuff. It doesn't feel as manufactured, even if it does feel forced and kind of weird. Where it's like, check it out, he's a space Indian. It's like, okay. So, Jacoby right now is like my least favorite character. Second least favorite is What the hell's her name? Bolunga? I can't remember her name. The Klingon chick. She sucks. She's not very enjoyable. She doesn't lead to enjoyable moments. I don't know. I just overall don't care about her. So yeah, she's pretty underwhelming. Harry's fine. Like, I don't really like him. I don't really dislike him. Tom's all right too, you know. He's not too shabby. He's not too shabby. Somewhere in the middle. Pretty likable overall, but yeah, don't really care that much. I fucking love the Doctor. Neelix, I'd put Neelix below Tom and Harry. Who else is there? Oh yeah, Neelix's girl Cass. She's, ugh, I can do without her. She's down with Neelix, whatever. Really, in that level, I don't care. Neelix is above her, actually. Sometimes Neelix is annoying, but Cass is mostly just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care that much for that character. Who else is there? There's Janeway, right? Janeway's pretty good. I like Janeway. She's fun as a captain. She's kind of serious, like Picard, but not full on as serious. You know what I mean? And they only have a little bit of that, like, don't call me ma'am, call me captain, and it's done in a way that feels like it works overall. So I was like, okay, cool. It doesn't feel like it. The stuff they make nowadays, a bunch of it feels so forced that you're just looking at it going, can you make it feel at least believable? And Star Trek does. It's like, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever, right? So she works pretty well as a captain overall. I don't care about the whole, like, let's go into the holodeck and watch your holo play thing, right? So, meh to that part. But, yeah, man, I don't know. Overall, it's a good show. Some episodes are hit or miss. What are you going to do? Not everything is going to be, dope. What's up, Gossip? Yeah, Peterson, exactly. When you have to do over 20 episodes a year, not all of them are going to be bangers. 100%. That's just the nature of it. Zur, how far into the series am I? I am, I believe, somewhere not even mid. Season 2 is probably bigger than that. Beginning of season 2, somewhere around episode, somewhere between 7 and 9, I think. It's the one where Jacoby finds out he's a space alien Indian. So whichever one that is, that's literally the last one we watched. And I was just like, ugh. He just strips naked and goes and takes people's clothes. It's like, what is this, bro? That's unwashed garments, man. Why would you just want to live in plants and bushes and stuff when you can have actual technology? 427 of 9, we haven't gotten there yet. And they can always just do a new version, right? They can just go, it's 7.1 of 9, and they can just like go, she's fully dressed to the neck and her jugs have been flattened. Or they could just do what they did with the one Jurassic Park card. And they can just go, oh, actually, she's turned around, so you don't see her from the front. They did that with the one Doctor guy. You just see him from behind, and it's like, there you go. He's not facing you. How often do they do a legendary character where the legendary character has his fucking back to you, right? When do they do that? What other legendary character in Magic's history has the iconic legendary character all like, yeah, bro, check it out. It's such a hilarious choice to me. It's such a hilarious choice. Like, wow, who decided that? Who decided that? But yeah, overall an enjoyable series, and I intend to continue watching it, but with the skipping certain same thing I did with Deep Space Nine, where they had like episodes. Or today's episode is we go into the holodeck and play baseball, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I want to hear about. Let's just spend the next hour watching you all play fucking baseball in a simulated environment. Ha! Like, no, thank you. So I skipped those entire episodes, and like when I started the episode, it was like, Janeway, you have to go to the holodeck. Oh, the holodeck is, you got to go there and do your romance novel. Doctor's orders. And I'm just like, I'm skip chunking through this until something happens. I refuse to watch pointless fillers, stupid holodeck episodes. I'm not interested in episodes that don't mean anything. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. What up, everyday? How you doing? Aired the baseball episode. I didn't watch it, but I assumed it would be terrible. Refused to even watch it. I also didn't watch those stupid episodes with the fucking lounge singer. Oh, man, I hated that. I hated that stupid lounge singer and the dumb lounge singing crap where it was like, what is this? What happened? Like, can you just get back to what you were fucking doing before? What is this random bullshit? James P says, we are all James P now. Oh, you all just got James P'd. You all just got James P'd. You Lord of the Board, James P. So, like, Voyager is all right. Those episodes are the ones that stuck out and sucked, but there's been a bunch of enjoyable stuff, too. I'm having a good time with it. What I'm having an awesome time with, or had an awesome time with, is the Invincible comics, just like the first series. I guess there's a second series. But legit, Invincible, or Injustice, that's what it is. Not Invincible. Invincible is a different awesome comic series. But something completely different. Injustice has to do with like basically like the Justice League, like Superman and stuff, which normally I don't care that much about Superman because I find him very boring due to his pretty much indestructibility, and it's just, yeah, we got kryptonite to mess him up, sure, but then that's about it, right? Superman's always been kind of boring, but this turns it right on its head. Oh, Millmaster says skin. Oh, wait a minute. Are you doing a Jacoby and taking your shirt off? You're the new Lord of the Board. James P, you just got upstepped by Millmaster. Oh, never mind. James T says it's now everyone is James T instead of James P. Millmaster, you got ganked. You got ganked. I wrote your name on the board, but it shall not be shown. Because James Towns moved too fast, bro. He moved too fast. You got skinned. All right, a night on the towns. Oh, wait. Wow, that's a shitty yes. Yeah, whatever. It's a James War. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, no, it's spread. Bo Falcon's been infected. Now it's James Peebo. James Peebo. That sounds so weird. Peebo in the city, say hello. It sounds like a weird way of saying people. Peebo. All right, James Peebo enters the fray. He has entered the fray with 665, one tiny point shy of the unholy. All right. James Peebo. What universe is this? All right, James Peebo, you're Lord of the Board, bro. He's just going to keep morphing with everybody. He's an alien who bonds with people. Right? That's the deal. That's the deal. James P said the board was too easy tonight, and then everybody was like, nah, the James battle commenced. It commenced. Yeah, that's right, Bo, you know, you're deferring to the ultimate, to the originator, just in case. And I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Nathan Nishimoto Super Chat says, write my name and say it with your pretty mouth. Treat me like a dirty fucking French hooker. Look at that shit. Actually, that's funny. Speaking of which, I went to, I popped into the fucking dispensary today, and this buddy's talking about this fucking, he's like, check it out, man. I ate this. It's called Desert Rose. And he's talking about how healthy and clean it is. And I'm just like, bro, the way you describe this makes it sound like you're talking about some kind of hooker. You just keep saying healthy and clean. Like, this is weird. Nishimoto, that was funny. That was funny, buddy. Well done. Well done. Oh, Millmaster gifting Error a membership. Oh, he's your snuggle buddy now. You're gonna be hugging up with him tonight, up under your shields. Good job. They'll keep you warm. They'll keep you warm in the autumnal splendor. Jess says that I'm an entertainment hooker. Say, you looking to have a good time tonight, honey? Who's got $4 and is looking to have a good time tonight? You want me to make you happy with my mouth hole? Because that's what I do here. That's what I do here. I make sounds with my mouth hole that makes people happy. Give you some Ice Cube ASMR. Carly, what? She heard it from the other room. You heard me. You heard me, Carly. I'm offering mouth pleasure for $4. Gotta make that money. We can't all go to an alien planet and take our clothes off and find jumpers and yell at the locals. All right? Towns, you're still waiting on clown makeup. Well, one day it'll show up. What are you starting Avon or something? You starting that Avon action? You're gonna be one of them shepherds? Is that what they call them? Oh, Air joined the A team. Well, now you and Millmaster are teaming up to fight crime and to help get kittens adopted. When we're not fighting crime, we help people adopt kittens. Get the kittenzuka. We fire kittens through people's windows, and then when they see the injured kittens, they feel so bad that they adopt them and take care of them. We are always one step ahead of the law. We're moving to a new state. Because remember that one episode of Deep Space Nine where Kira went and stayed with that old man, ruined his stone thing at the end, and then just left? Yeah. Remember how grody you thought Kira was in the episode where she was getting it on with Odo? She just seemed so skaggy. Just a dirty alien skag with strange cheese grater nose ridges, you know? All sweaty and gross with Odo. I wonder how many people fantasized about Odo flowing up into their butt. Because people are weird on the internet, right? And they rule 34 everything. And I didn't think about it until this moment, until I really started to think about Kira and Odo getting it on, but he's a shapeshifter. And then I'm just it's like how many people are like, Odo, fill my butt, I committed crimes. Fill my Deep Space Nine, Odo. Peterson says, wow, I feel like hearing you say mouth hole makes it sound way worse than it should. I got a way with my mouth hole, bro. I have a way with my mouth hole that will make you uncomfortable, okay? I do it like nobody else in the magic community does. Anyways, you guys can figure about Odo filling you up like an application while I go and get some. You know what? I'm gonna fill this cup up with root beer the same way that Odo is gonna fill your butt with shapeshifter essence stuff. Shapeshifteritude. His shapeshifter mass. Did you know that you can invest money with that gambling chip guy now? You know the guy who offers the poker chip? When you run into him, he'll offer you, like, you can invest gold with him, and when you get it back later, you get triple. Yeah, I found that out by investing money with him. So, sharing my knowledge. I can picture greasy Kira in my mind. She's all like wet and slick and evil looking. Yeah, well, it goes that way sometimes. Wait. All right, there we go. Ah. Town says, remember to get your free Epic Games. Tomorrow is the refresh. That's right. That's true. Every Thursday, they have the new free games on the Epic Games Store. Sometimes they give away really epic games as well. Sometimes it's like games, but I like games and I like free games. So I have an Epic Game account and it's just to go and get free games. But I've done it like every week for, I don't know, maybe a couple years now, because there's like 150, 160 games in the account. And every Thursday I remember going in and being like, yep, let's get a game. Let's get a game. Jess says, how's it feel knowing there are cats that make more money than all of us? Yep, that's how it goes, buddy. That's how the hell there are cat videos on YouTube. One single video that will be bigger than everything I ever do combined. Human existence is a joke, and everything is fucking absurd to the craziest degree. So whatever, we're gonna talk about shapeshifters squeezing up in your butt on Deep Space Nine, bro. That's how we're gonna do. Also, though, I do want to talk about Injustice, because Injustice is awesome, right? Like for real. When it comes down to comic book series, it's fucking sweet. When it comes to me in comic books, I have like, I don't know what I would call it, like middle of the road level knowledge, where I'm not like, there's some people, all they know about comic books is watching some Marvel movies or whatever, and that's it. And like, I've been exposed to a bunch of comic book culture here or there, so I know a little bit about a whole bunch of different characters. Not like a ton of obscure ones, but a lot of them. Enough to know all the like the players that are in the Injustice book and what's going on overall there. And it takes characters that normally I wouldn't care about, like Superman, and makes them genuinely interesting. Bo, you survived the infection. You're no longer a James P. clone. Oh, well, be careful, man. Sometimes it comes back. Comes roaring, throbbing back. Squirrel Keeper, you've been thinking about monetizing your cat? You can always try. There's a million billion. Like, the thing about the animal stuff is it's like, you're like, yo, anybody can do that. You just have to have a pet. And it's like, yup, that's one of the ingredients. And you're right. Anybody can do it. And there's a million people trying to. So you can try. You can try. I don't know how much luck you'll have, but if it works, it works. So what's the harm in giving it a shot, right? Right? So for me, Superman was boring. Originally, they had the problem with Superman when they made him. Kryptonite didn't exist, right? So he was just unstoppable. Superpowered and a good guy who always did what was right. So he just stopped the criminals. There was no threat to him, and he always won. And that gets boring really quick because you know exactly what's going to happen. Where's the tension? Where's the drama? It's non-existent. Watch the same thing. You can see it once and be like, cool. And then after that, it doesn't mean anything. So they introduced Kryptonite as a way to have a weakness for Superman. But ultimately, Superman remains a very flawed character as this paragon of goodness. It just creates... It's a very... you can have a character who's pure evil... And a character who's pure evil is way more interesting than a character that's pure good, because being pure good has way more restrictions on it than being pure evil, right? Way more restrictions. So it just leads to less interesting characters. So Superman is a pure good character. That's boring. That's boring. But I don't know who was behind the idea for Injustice, but it's a brilliant idea where you take the normal world of your superheroes and you have everything going on, but you tweak it and you change the rules and you go, okay, Superman doesn't have to be this perfect paragon of good anymore. Let's have some fun. So then they turn around and go, all right, so Superman manages to get Lois with child, right? So he just wakes up and his super senses let him know, oh my God, I can hear 2 heartbeats. And it's like, that's cool, right? He's using his powers. Sweet. He can tell she's got a child. That's cool. I mean, aside from the whole, like, whoa, like, super baby might be a threat to your body or whatever. That part is one thing, right? But, like, it's pretty nutty. It's pretty nutty. He's, okay, cool. But then Joker, like Batman's nemesis Joker, ends up orchestrating Superman being, like, tricked into ending Lois, like taking her out into space, bro. And basically, like, he hears both of their hearts stop beating. And Joker is Batman's enemy. He's like, Joker's a freak, right? He doesn't care about anything. And he sows all, like, Joker's like the living embodiment of chaos. You can't buy him off. You can't get him to do what you want. He's going to do whatever the hell he wants. He's a genuinely threatening menace. So he orchestrates this, and Superman comes back down to Earth or whatever, right? After this happens. And he goes to where the Joker is, and the Joker's just laughing or whatever. And then in front of, like, Batman and everybody, Superman just drives his hand straight through the Joker's chest and out his back. And it's like, whoa! What? Like, Superman is not having it. He's not having it. He just exploded the Joker's heart with a karate chop blast through his body. Like, pow! Break stop, you're not wrong. It is rare to see characters on either end nowadays like that. So, yeah, he basically wipes out, like, the Joker. Just slaughters the Joker and then decides, you know what, man? I'm tired of all this. I'm tired of wars. I'm tired of all this stuff. I'm putting an end to it. So he's basically just declares to the world, like, yeah, no, like, wars and stuff, no more. I'm not allowing for it. And he would just show up and mess up people who were trying to, like, bring war, right? And so, like, progressively, Superman is getting more dangerous. Like, he feels like he's justified in what he's doing, and he has admirable goals. But what he's doing is, like, you're just like, bro, what? Like, it's similar to Thanos in the way where it's like, you may have, like, noble goals, but your approach here is pretty wild. Aquaman defies Superman. And Superman's just like, no, you're going to listen to me. And Aquaman's like, no, man, you may rule up there or whatever it is you're doing, but you don't rule under the sea. And Superman's like this. Oh yeah, fuck your mother. And he goes down under the water and he's like, yo, check it out. You know how you live in Atlantis? Watch this, bitch. And he picks up Atlantis and he's like, here we go. And he takes Atlantis. Oh, and he puts it in the desert. And he's just like, yeah. So you were saying about how you were going to defy me and go against what I'm doing, right? So how do you like the heat of the desert, dickhead? What's it going to be? Oh, what's it going to be? You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking ruthless. It's ruthless. There's some characters I don't know. Like, there's a character called Darkseid. No idea who he is, but he's portrayed as a super powerful dude because he apparently has the embodiment of death encaptured at his own base. And his son, the son of this Darkseid guy or whatever, he's like, I'm going to go fuck with Superman. Superman's trying to protect the world. I'm going to show him that he can't. And so he's used to dealing with the Superman who's like, I'm the good guy, Superman, right? So he shows up and he's like, I'm going to attack all these different cities. And Superman goes up to the Flash. He's like, you're the only one I can talk to in a little bit of time because how fast we can both move. Everyone else, it'll take too long to talk about this. So I kind of think that I should just wipe everybody out. And then the Flash is like, you can't just go around killing everybody. Like, all right? And then Superman's like, listen, you're a smart dude. If you can think of a better way, let me know. And the Flash is like, no. And then Superman, in the blink of an eye, just basically goes all around the world and destroys all of the invading forces. Like, he obliterates them all instantaneously, and they rain down like ash around this fucking Darkseid's kid who's like, I guess, a god. And so Superman comes up to him, and the god guy is like, I yield. Superman's like, yo, I don't give a fuck, and just starts pummeling the shit out of him. And the guy's like, I said I yield, you can't do this. And he's like, I'm a god, I can't be killed. And Superman's like, I don't give a fuck. And he's just beating the shit out of him. It's wild. It's wild seeing Superman just go like crazy like this. There's an animated movie for Injustice. What? Oh, I want to see that. I had no idea. It's awesome. So, like, yeah, you've got a situation where Superman's out of control and they're trying to... It's funky. Like, that Lex Luthor, I thought Lex Luthor was Superman's enemy, but apparently in this version, I guess they had become friends by this point. But Lex Luthor is alive because even though, like, Superman laid waste to a whole bunch of Earth, he basically got transported into a vault in time to survive due to his clever machinations, right? So he's alive and he's helping out Superman, and they're going to synthesize like drugs to make super soldiers so that they can police the world, essentially. That's the vibe. But then ultimately Batman's hardcore. Batman is like a hardcore dickhead, right? Like, he disables what's his name, Cyborg. The Cyborg ends up like, Batman shorts him out with some program, and Cyborg's trying to figure out how that was even possible. And then he realized, he's like, you uploaded this virus to me like a week after we met, however long ago. And it's like, Batman is ruthless. He keeps a file on how to like destroy everybody he meets. Or like, I love how hardcore, practical, pragmatic, clever, all of it. Batman is a compelling character. Somebody who's not superpowered, but is capable of dealing with superpowered entities on not exactly an equal level, but in some ways an equal level, which is really cool. So yeah, he's trying to synthesize the, like that pill so that they can make their own super soldiers to fight back against Superman. And then Superman actually shows up at the Batcave, right? And it's so wild. It's so wild because, you know, Batman's calling him down for what he's doing. He's like, you're just a straight up fucking murderer now. You know that, right? Like, Superman's like raging at Batman going, look, if you weren't a fucking pussy and you would have just killed the Joker, you would have saved a ton of lives. My wife would still be alive, you piece of fucking shit. And Batman and Superman's like, you liked Joker being alive. You wanted him alive. Like, it's this whole damning conversation between the two of them where he's like, yeah, I didn't kill him because I'm not a fucking murderer like you. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then Superman's like, I'm not going to murder you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Superman doxes Bruce Wayne. That's amazing. I love that, where it's like Superman goes on, he's about to go on TV or whatever and tell everybody, like, Bruce Wayne, like, Batman's identity is Bruce Wayne. And so he goes to do that, and fucking Batman's got a protocol that shuts TV and all that shit down. Pew! Shuts it all down so the word can't get out. And then I don't remember who it is, but they're mocking Superman. And it's like, bro, you suck. You can't get 4 words on the fucking internet. Oh, I think it might have been Lex Luthor. It's like, you can't get 4 words on the internet, bro? What the hell is this, right? So then it's just like a tweet, and it's just like, Bruce Wayne is Batman. Blew up his spot, right? It's wild. It's that's crazy. Yeah, and then he shows up. Superman shows up to like the Batcave, and he picks Batman up, and he fucking breaks him over his knee. He just bam and paralyzes him over his knee. And then out of fucking nowhere, the pill that was being synthesized, all that information was uploaded and ready to go. And so when Superman looks, the pill's gone. So he's like, where is it? Where'd you put it? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Superman gets clocked in the fucking face and knocked backwards. And who is it? It's Batman's butler, Alfred. And I was like, no fucking way! Alfred's kicking the shit out of fucking Superman, screaming, you don't get to hurt my family anymore. And I'm like, fuck him up, Alfred. And I'm like, bro, I never thought I would be hyped as shit to watch fucking Batman's butler just pummel the shit out of Superman. But holy fucking shit, was that great. Because there's multiple steps that lead up to that, right? Like multiple parts of... Batman's lost both of his fucking kids at this point. I think at least one of them. At least one of them is dead. Maybe both of them. And then he gets paralyzed, and Alfred comes in and is just hammer time. His dedication to Bruce. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Era, you feel like the animated movie didn't hold up to the comic? I'm not surprised. I would go into something like that with a grain of salt, not expecting it to really 100% nail it. Brent, Darkseid is who Thanos is based on. Oh, okay. All right. Just Batman kills in movies? Yeah, he also kills in, like, I think some of the comic books, too. I think it's, like, a matter of what iteration or variation. When it comes to comic books and stuff like that, you know how Magic has, like, this is Jace, he who casts spells. This is Jace, the guy who kisses goats. This is Jace, the guy who put his thumb in your mom's butt. And it's all these different versions of Jace, and they're just minorly different. It's that same Ultra Mega Thunder Lord, Ultra Mega Thunder Thunder Lord, Mega Ultra Thunder, Thunder Mega Ultra Thunder. You know what I mean? But they're all different and have slightly different. Well, this one, actually, in this variation, his parents didn't die and they had Pop-Tarts afterwards. And then he got this lucrative Pop-Tart deal, but due to a tragic Pop-Tart accident, molten Pop-Tart insides burned his entire tongue. So this version of Batman has no sense of taste. So when his nemesis, the Tastler, comes to town... Oh. But yeah, ultimately the Injustice comic is really cool. Seeing Superman, and they don't just go check it out, Superman's evil. They take you down a logical progression, right? You go, okay, yep, I can follow this. This makes sense. This works. And there's a second series too, right? Like when it ended and he broke back like Batman's spine, I was just like, oh, Superman broke Batman's spine. What? There's 7 seasons of it? Oh my fucking God, are you kidding me? Yes, I'm gonna read them. Holy shit. Bro, it's legit one of the best comic book series I have read. There are some other ones that I've enjoyed, like I read The Walking Dead. That one's surprisingly solid. I like that more than I thought I would. The Boys, which the tweaks they make in the show actually improve the story for The Boys as far as I'm concerned. Having them not be superpowered and having that whole dynamic and choice that they're forced in being human is a way more interesting contrast. So I like the show some of the aspects of the show better overall. But the comic books were enjoyable. Invincible was fucking awesome. That was great. That was great. I read Saga. Saga kept me going. That one kept me going as well. All of Spawn. Spawn just really started to feel cyclical, where it was just like, check it out, I'm dead, but I'm not. Okay, yeah, I know, everybody's alive. Check it out, it's Cog. Check it out, it's Malbolgia. Check it out, it's the Clown. Over and over and over and over. You don't understand. Everything's at stake this time, and all the power's in your costume. The power was never in your costume. We gotta get his costume. Oh, but guy, it was never in his costume. But it is his costume. But it's not his costume. But it is his costume. But it's not his costume. Okay. Also, there's a Wiccan named Nyx. Okay. Yeah, heaven and hell and oobity boobity. Oh, okay. Remember when he was fighting all of hell and heaven and now the doors are closed and he's fighting one angel? Wow, the stakes have lowered to an all-time low. So yeah, Spawn was kind of jork, but Injustice, the first season was great, bro. Great. Knowing that there's that many more, I only thought there was one more. That's cool. I hope it continues to be as good. Never heard of Nightbreed. Speaking of everyone alive, you hear they're doing another Avengers and bring Iron Man and Black Widow back to life? Yeah, who cares? Who gives a shit? I didn't even know Black Widow was dead. And who gives a fuck if they bring Iron Man back to life in a universe where they have fucking gems that can completely fucking alter reality and time travel and everything? Yeah, they want to do a character everybody likes again. Who fucking cares? There should never be another Iron Man property ever. Ever. Who fucking cares? If they can make... Here's what I care about execution. I'm going to be real with you. Can you make a good, enjoyable movie? Or is it going to be dog shit where fucking Robert Downey Jr. sits back and watches while little girls wear fucking Iron Man suits and fucking fight to make the world a better place? Right? Like, that's the real question. Bring it back. Who fucking cares? Who gives a shit? The only problem with bringing Iron Man back is if we're going to have another insufferably long Iron Man death scene. Because I got to be real, that didn't land for me. I felt like Endgame was a bloated, overstuffed, masturbatory end to the fucking series that had some real fucking problems with it and were stupid compared to Infinity. Where I'm just like, Infinity, you have Thanos and he fucking sacrifices Gamora and you can see the suffering, giving up his fucking child. It's a real fucking sacrifice. He genuinely loves her. Flash forward to the idiots at the fucking end thing where it's like, this requires that you sacrifice somebody. Okay, so I'm going to jump off now. Oh, no, moron. That's not somebody else sacrificing to you. Do you know what sacrifice means? You complete numpty fucking idiot. You two fighting over who gets to jump off. Actually, here's how it should have worked. Whoever jumped off should have just fucking died. And then the guy should have showed up and went, but like, oh, oops. Like, what you have to do is actually sacrifice somebody you love. So that guy's just dead and you're fucking stupid. That's how that goes. Just dead. Just like, who cares? Who cares what happened at the cliff with fucking Hawkeye and fucking Black Widow? Is that where she died? Did she die there? Which one of them died? Was it Black Widow? Who gives a shit? Two regular humans that don't fucking matter in a war of the battle. Both idiots don't understand the rules of the fucking magic they're working with. And yet still the fucking magic works in a completely unsatisfactory manner. That's not you sacrificing somebody. That's them fucking throwing themselves off of a fucking cliff because they're stupid. There's a huge difference. We're dealing with magic. Rules matter, you fucking idiots. So yeah. Also, we're dealing with time travel. We only have one chance to go back. No, you don't. You have infinite attempts to do this. You can go back and get time-steely stuff. You have infinite attempts to do this. Trying to pretend like there's only one attempt to do this is the most brain-damaged, numpty fucking bullshit. Right? So, me. Endgame was bloated, and I didn't give a fuck about Iron Man's death. Yeah, I said it. I felt touched by the deaths in Infinity War, man. Like when fucking Spider-Man died, bro. Oh! Good shit. Good shit. Endgame was just a fucking half an hour too long. And just scenes that, well, do I really need to watch Iron Man peel down an entire... Like, bunch of bloated bullshit. Kang kills more beings than Thanos. Kang sucks, man. Kang fucking sucks. He was at the end of that shitty Loki show, right? And then he was in something else where he also sucked. Kang is jank. If he was a cool character in the comic books, well, they fucked it. Because him showing up at the end of that dog shit Loki show, we're like, hey, do you like Loki, the cool trickster god? What if we actually just completely depowered and emasculated him and then went, actually, you really like this chick? And it's like, what has she done? What do you mean she's Loki? Look at her leap and fight these people while the character you came to see is blurred out in the background. It's like, but he's who I came to see. Don't worry, you'll get to see him make a blanket for the main character and huddle like a bitch. And it's just like, no, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, I watched it. I watched the whole first season because I liked it. At first, I was like, okay, maybe. And then it didn't take very long before I went, there's nothing here for me. This is stupid. Just watching Loki get kicked in the dick over and over. And I was like, who the fuck is this show for? Like, I'm not a fan of this. Let's take something that people know, a character that people know and like, and then use it to make a property that's not that. They wanted a fucking check out this crazy powerful female fighter show, and they went, well, we'll just make a Loki show and go, check it out. Loki sucks now. This fat, dumpy lady who looks like she's never exercised a day in her life is just going to take him down like it's nothing. And then he's just going to go through a progression of ladies who will best him and treat him like shit. And it's like, oh, sorry, I thought this show was about this guy. And then the show just goes, it's not about you. And I'm like, okay, really on the nose with it, but that's fine. Sure, whatever. It's your show. Make dog shit if you want to. I'm not going to fucking watch it. So there's zero chance I'm going back to watch a second season of Loki. Why would I subject myself to fucking garbage? Executioner, I don't like Deadpool and time travel. I don't remember them using time travel in Deadpool. I like time travel. I just don't like dumb statements like, we can only do this once. No, you have time travel. You can do this infinitely. You can do this infinite times. You know where to get time travel juice? You can time travel. This is infinite. It's not, no. No, that's the problem. Time travel's fun, man. I don't expect time travel stuff to make sense most of the time because it never will. I like what they did in that movie Looper, where like Buddy starts to ask questions and Bruce Willis' character's like, we're not getting bogged down in all that shit. Forget it, man. You're just gonna get confused. Don't worry about it, kind of deal. But yeah, time travel is fine. It's fine as a thing to me. It's just stupid to be like, we only got one chance to try and add drama. But it's like, well, we're not stupid. You just go get more juice, bro. Go get more juice. No, but like, we only get one chance. Like the Eminem song, don't miss your chance to blow. The opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Okay. All right. So yeah. I don't care. Ultimately, the most important thing a movie needs to do is entertain me. Entertaining me is number one. If you entertain me, but you have like some plot holes or whatever, then I will poke fun at them and go, hey, look at that or whatever. And that's fine. But like, if there's no entertainment value, then my entertainment purely becomes finding the flaws. It's like when I tried to watch that new dog shit Frasier. Holy fuck, guys. Don't even bother. For real. For real. Wow. The new Frasier is just thumbs down. Just terrible. Just terrible. And so when you're watching the show, you're not being entertained. Like Carly was just talking about, it's like, look at how old Frasier looks. And I'm like, yeah, he definitely looks old. I'm like, but his hair looks appropriate. And we just kept talking about how different people looked and other superficial things the entire time the show was going and things were happening because nothing was happening in the show. It's fucking garbage. It is garbage. It really sucks. It really sucks, but it's so crappy. It's like, check it out. Frasier will be like a Harvard professor, and then he'll live here across the hallway from his grown son, the firefighter, who lives with a lady who's not his girlfriend but has a baby. And it's like, oh, God. What is this crap? It's just so crap. It's just, and they have like random, like Frasier goes to his son's place, and then these two bumblefucks who there's no way on this earth they would ever show up, just show up at this place. How do you know where this is? Why are you here? None of this makes sense. And so you can make some dumb, it's like, bro, the original one had some smart writing. If you're not going to fucking have intelligent writing, go fuck yourself. This is garbage. Let's put the laugh track in. It's like, why are they laughing? What are you even laughing about? So disappointed. So disappointed by that one, guys. That's a don't waste your time for me. One episode was enough for me to go, yikes. Yikes. This has like none of the magic of the original. Daniel, correct. Cash grab indeed. Boring. That's the crime. I just want to be entertained. That's the biggest crime of this current era's entertainment. It's a bunch of empty, vapid fucking reality TV bullshit like fucking Love Island and like renovation shows. And then anything that has like a written story has so much stupid political bullshit crammed into it. Or they just people come up with stories, but they just are like, well, I can't do my story because nobody knows my property. So they just take the name of another property. The same way the Wizards took Kamigawa and went, well, it's Kamigawa in the future, so it's all cyber. And it's like, this isn't even Kamigawa. Shut up. Yes, it is, because we say it is. It's just like that. They just take things that aren't the thing and then slap a name on it and go, it is, because look, we got the name. We got the name. What up, Drew? Yeah, Roughneck, exactly. The show is terrible. It's terrible. Frasier's terrible. The son is just whatever. And the Niles' kid is terrible too. It's terrible. Solar Opposites and Rick and Morty are amazing. Yeah, bro, I'm a big Rick and Morty fan. I don't know Solar Opposites. What the hell's that? Executioner, yep, you're right. They don't put effort into character. They don't care about the shows they're making, as long as they can make money. And a lot of these like big streaming services and shit, they just wanted an endless churn of content. Who cares? Just get things we can put in front of people. That's all it is. And they didn't worry about the quality of what they were making at all, bro. At all. Frasier knows it too. You can see it in his face. He's there for the paycheck. There was one moment in the show that actually felt like the old Frasier. For just the briefest moment where he was talking about like when he had something he could hang over his child's head, he's like, I could go and talk about this rationally. Or I could dangle it over his head. Like it was, that part felt like the original. And I was like, okay, I had a glimmer of it, but that was the only glimmer the whole episode. And it was just empty. It was just empty. Aliens voiced by the Rick cast that come to Earth on Hulu. Oh, okay. All right. That's Solar Opposites. Let me note that down. All right. Note made. New season of Rick and Morty's being broadcast, so in about a few months I can binge watch it. Nice. I do like binge watching. I hate it when I find something I like and there's only 2 episodes and I'm like, oh, I don't want to live in the old world anymore where I have to wait for these installments. I want to consume it at my pace. That's what I love about having access to. It's like a golden age where you can find like everything online in its entirety. You can see old TV shows from the beginning and not miss an episode. So yeah, I'll check that Solar Opposite stuff out with Carly. Oh man, it's November now. We're finally into my month. End of the month's my birthday. I'm going to medieval times. It's gonna be a good day. Roughneck, yeah, bro. I remember when Dragon Ball's on TV all the time, like constantly, just yelling. Ha, ha, oh man. Yeah, I'm having fun with Voyager. There's clearly a ton of episodes to go, and I'm expecting as it's going, it's going to get better. Every day, I don't know anything about the voice change yet because I haven't experienced it, bro. I have not experienced that part. This felt like a weird week. But yesterday was fun. Halloween was good. Not as big as it used to be, but whatever. Binge watching's the way to go. Waiting a week between shows and it's just like for like 20 minutes or whatever. I can't, man. I can't. So I'll wait. I'll wait until Rick and Morty is the season's done. Same I did with Futurama. The new Futurama's alright. Unlike Frasier. Frasier was crap. The new Futurama's alright. It's not as banger as the original Futurama, but it still has the Futurama vibe, and it still is an entertaining show. But it didn't have the emotional heft of previous episodes. What are you supposed to do though? Like it's not that easy to write that well and create emotional resonance like that. So they're not knocking it out of the park with stuff like Jurassic Park, but they definitely delivered a bona fide Futurama experience with those episodes. It's one of the few rebooting of an old property that actually feels all right. Because almost everything is a stilted zombie that just... It's like a caricature and you look at it and go, oh, what is this? What's happened? Once upon a time, they were always making new, unique feeling things. Sure, there were some sequels, but that wasn't everything. And now it's all the amount of money they put into these projects. They're terrified to do anything. So you just end up with like, you know what we need? Another version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Except like the Seven Dwarves can't be dwarves. It's like, what? Yeah, okay. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? What is happening? What universe is this? It's so goofy. It's so goofy. But whatever, man. Whatever. Gives them something to do, I guess. Gotta have something to spend your time doing. Why not? Ridiculous. Gerthu, you think Rick and Morty fans are cringe? Yeah, there's fucking cringe fans of ton of stuff. Fair enough. I don't let cringe fans of anything stop me from enjoying shit. I don't give a fuck. The fact that somebody else is going to go and act douchey about whatever doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm going to enjoy what I enjoy either way. Like if all of a sudden it was just like, yo, man, there's all these people who love hot dogs are acting like dickheads. They've ruined hot dogs. I'd be like, nah, son, it still feels awesome to put a hot wiener in your mouth. So, just saying, man. Just saying. Jess, oh, you've got your access back. All right, man. Can't keep you down for long, huh, buddy? Got to get that show goodness, son. Man, this year has been flying by. It's crazy. It's crazy that it's already November. Although I suppose the alternative, things feel like they're moving really slowly when they're terrible, right? I remember when we went and hung out with Moxman. Like 4 days we chilled. They went by really quick. We had a good time. That was fun. Time is a weird one. It's longer when you're having a crap time. And it's shorter when you're having a good time. So if you have a really good life, it's going to go by in the blink of an eye. And then be like, damn it, man. But if everything always sucks all the time, you live longer. So if you want to live longer, I guess carry around thumbtacks and jam them into your hands and your butt cheeks and stuff randomly to make sure you're not having too good a time. Right? Throw some Lego on your floor so you can step on that occasionally. Make sure that you put too much water in the mug you got by the bedstand, so when you reach over in the middle of the night to take a drink of water and you grab it and you go and fucking try and take a sip, instead you splash a bunch of cold water onto your face and your pillow and like down along the mattress, and then you gotta lay there and decide, can I try and fall asleep in this fucking wetness, or am I just gonna like get up and get a towel, and or I'm gonna put on a shirt? What am I gonna do here? I want to be asleep, not awake, making these decisions. That's definitely not something I've done multiple times. God, every time I've like tried to have like middle of the fucking night water and splash cold water, and it's like, and then you're not fast reacting to stop the flow. Oh fuck, it's already all over the mattress. It's cold and fucking wet, and Carly is just sleeping away because nothing fucking wakes her ass up, and if it does, she goes immediately back to sleep. You could have a conversation with her. She'd be like, what's going on? And you could say something, and she'd be like, okay, and then 2 seconds later, not even, she's asleep. It's funny. Execution, you ordered some of them boat girls. Oh, the Weeb Schwartz ladies. Lady, does your cannon turn into a place I can put my cannon? Oh, Weeb Schwartz. Amazing. All right, my friends, it's time for me to get going. Thanks for coming and hanging out. You guys rule. We will reconvene on the morrow. I shall see you for the Thursday action. All right? Stay safe. Stay dry. Don't cry. Goodbye.